There was a number on my mind. I almost called 1,000 times. Every night I'd sit alone, staring at that silent phone, thinking maybe just one word could undo what never worked. I would dial then let it ring before it ever reached a thing, like I was afraid to know if you'd answer or let go. There's a space I never crossed, and I still can feel the cost. It's the call I never made that keeps echoing through my days. Every chance I let it pass, now it's buried in the past. If I said what I should say, would you still have walked away? Or would everything we knew still be me and you? Now the number's out of reach, like a word I cannot speak. Time has slowly drawn a line between your world and mine. I still hear it late at night, in the quiet, in the light, like a voice I almost knew, calling me back to you. Every second feels the same when I whisper out your name. It's the call I never made that I carry like a weight. Every silence, every pause leaves me wondering, because if I tried just one more time, would I finally cross the line? Or just hear the truth I fear? You're no longer here. Maybe courage comes too late when we hesitate with fate. Maybe love just slips away when we wait another day. It's the call I never made, and it never seems to fade, like a shadow in my mind that I cannot leave behind. If I ever find my way back to where we used to stay, I'll still wonder what it meant, all the chances that I spent. There was a number on my mind, now it's lost somewhere in time. The clock on the wall, it ticks the time away. I watch the steam dance in a ghost-like sway. My coffee's cold just like the winter air, just me in the silence and that empty chair. The streetlights flicker through the window pane, painting shadows washed in midnight rain. I still can smell your perfume on my sleeve, a lingering promise you didn't mean to leave. Oh, let the record play another song to tell me where the right went wrong. In this dim-lit corner of the town, I'm just a lonely king without a crown. I hear the bell chime by the heavy door, expecting footsteps I won't hear no more. I pay the tab, but I can't pay the cost of living daily with the love I lost. The waiter nods with pity in his eyes. He's seen 1,000 men in this disguise, hiding from the moonlight and the morning sun, still holding on when all the hope is done. Oh, let the record play another song to tell me where the right went wrong. In this dim-lit corner of the town, I'm just a lonely king without a crown. The neon hums a soft and blue refrain, while I walk out slowly to the rain, just a ghost in the night. Good night, my dear. The clock on the wall has forgotten to chime, and we are just refugees stealing some time. A ribbon of smoke from a cigarette curls in this quietest corner of worlds. You trace the rim of an old porcelain cup, afraid of the magic if we both look up. The ghost of a jazz tune is faint on the street, where the shadows and afternoon meet. It's a fragile design, this mid-April grace, a watercolor that time can't erase. But there is a map of the spring in your eyes, where every unspoken sweet mystery lies. It's more than a glance, it's a promise to keep, a promise that wakes me from sleep. So let the clock rest, let the city lights wait. We've cheated the calendar, mastered our fate. If this is a dream that the morning will shake, then I am a fool who refuses to wake. The sunlight is heavy like honey and amber on words that our hearts will forever remember. The tilt of your head, the slow spin of your ring are the only true verses of spring. We don't need the symphonies playing outside. We found where the rest of the universe hides, in the pause of your breath, in the space of a sigh, as the rest of the century drifts by. It's a fragile design, this mid-April grace, a watercolor that time can't erase. But there is a map of the spring in your eyes, where every unspoken sweet mystery lies. It's more than a glance, it's a promise to keep, a promise that wakes me from sleep. So let the clock rest, let the city lights wait. We've cheated the calendar, mastered our fate. If this is a dream that the morning will shake, then I am a fool who refuses to wake. And if the film breaks and the colors all fade, leaving just ghosts of the choices we made, I look for this cafe in every dark town. When the winter is bringing me down, will you still be sitting right under the light, holding the edge of the night? Ah, there is a map of the spring in your eyes, where every unspoken sweet mystery lies. It's more than a glance, it's a promise to keep, a promise that wakes me from sleep. So let the clock rest, let the city lights wait. We've cheated the calendar, mastered our fate. If this is a dream that the morning will shake, then let it break me slow, for your sake. The amber turns purple, the afternoon dies, but April remains in your eyes. Just a porcelain cup, and the world shutting up in the quiet in your eyes. In your eyes. There was a melody between us, soft and slow, we almost knew it. Like a song we never finished, but we tried our best to do it. Every word was like a note, every glance a quiet rhyme. We were building something fragile out of borrowed time. You would hum it in the silence, I would follow close behind. but the rhythm kept on changing every single time. We were close to something real, but it slipped away too soon. Like a song we never finished, still it plays inside my head. Every line we left unspoken, every tear we never shed. If I could go back and hear it the way it used to be, maybe we could find the ending we were meant to see. Now the chords feel out of place and the tempo's running slow. I'm still searching for the moment we let go. There's an echo in the distance of the way you used to sound, but it's fading into nothing every time I turn around. I can feel it slipping through, like a dream I can't hold on, like a song we never finished. Still it lingers in the air. Every note that we abandoned still is hanging somewhere. If I close my eyes and listen, I can almost make it through, but the ending's always missing without you. Maybe some songs aren't meant to end. Maybe some hearts don't ever mend. Maybe we were just a line that never found its time. If I hear it one more time, would it finally make sense, or just break me all again? Like a song we never finished, still it plays so soft and low in the spaces left between us, where we never got to go. If there's something left to hold on, it's the way it used to be, just a song we never finished, still unfinished in me. There was a melody between us, I still hear it now and then, like a song we never finished, that will never end. Dark, the fire's burning low.
watch the heavy shadows come and go. My voice is just a whisper in the gloom, reaching out across the quiet room. You haven't touched your coat upon the stand. You look at me, but do not reach your hand. The world outside is moving far too fast, but in this corner we can make it last. No modern drums, no rush to break the night, just two long shadows in the fading light. So let my low voice hold you in the dark, before the morning fades our fading spark. There's a map of autumn in the way you sigh, under this heavy, timeless sky. Just give me this hour before the blue turns gray, before the music steals our words away. We've cheated time, we've found a place to rest, close to my chest. The old magnetic tape is spinning slow, singing a song we used to love and know. Your fingers softly trace the wooden floor, as if you're looking for an open door. The tube mic catches every breath I take, the heavy promise that I will not break. The analog warmth is wrapped around our skin, as the late evening silence settles in. No modern drums, no rush to break the night, just two long shadows in the fading light. So let my low voice hold you in the dark, before the morning fades our fading spark. There's a map of autumn in the way you sigh, under this heavy, timeless sky. Just give me this hour before the blue turns gray, before the music steals our words away. We've cheated time, we found a place to rest, close to my chest. If the world must wake, then let it wake alone, but leave us this one room made of old stone, where the light is low and the flute plays slow.
Before the morning fades our fading spark, there's a map of autumn in the way you sigh, shining without disguise. Just give me this hour, before the blue turns gray,
amber is gone. The deep voice fades down. Only the low wooden flute breathing for you. In the dark, in the deep sleep. There's a table by the window where the light falls soft and low. Every evening just the same, but nothing feels the way it did before. I remember how you'd sit there, tracing circles in your cup, laughing softly at the silence, like the world was made for us. People came and people left us, but we never seemed to care. In that quiet little corner, we were more than just a pair. Funny how the smallest things turn to everything you miss. Now I'm sitting here alone again, at the last table by the window, watching shadows take your place. In the glow, if I close my eyes, you're still with me, like a song I used to know. But the music fades too easily, and I'm left with letting go. Waiter doesn't ask me questions, he just nods and walks away. Guess he's seen this kind of story play out more than once a day. There's a softness in the silence that I never used to hear. Now it lingers like a whisper every time you're not here. Every moment stays the same, but it never feels like this. Now I'm sitting here alone again, at the last table by the window, watching strangers come and go. Down below, if I close my eyes, you're still with me, in the way the evening flows. But the night won't hold you gently, like it used to long ago. Maybe love is just a memory that refuses to grow old. Maybe time just keeps on passing while we hold on to the cold. If I had one more tomorrow, I would never let you leave. I would say the words I couldn't. I would make you stay with me. Now I'm sitting here alone again, at the last table by the window, and the light begins to fade, soft and slow. If there's something left between us, I don't think I'll ever know, but I'll keep this place inside me, where we never had to go. There's a table by the window, and I swear I see your face in the quiet of the evening. Time just lingers in this place. You wrote your name in condensation on the subway window glass, then laughed when the letters disappeared before I could read them back. And somehow that tiny moment still follows me around. Downtown glowing cold and silver, coats damp from the evening snow, while the train hummed low beneath us like a tired old love song. Your head resting near my shoulder, one glove tangled into mine, and the whole exhausted city sliding slowly past outside. There were strangers half asleep around us, neon flickering pale and blue, but the air between our bodies felt warmer than the month of June. Oh, I wanted time to stop right there inside that rattling midnight train, with your perfume on my collar and winter shining on the rain. Every second tasted fragile, like smoke dissolving in the dark, and your name fading from the window like breath against my heart. Somewhere near the river crossing, the lights blurred gold beneath the frost. You kept humming with the station singer, soft and slightly off. And suddenly you turned and asked me, do you ever fear good things? And the way you said it quietly nearly stopped my breathing, because I knew exactly what you meant without knowing how to answer. Funny how the most beautiful nights always feel halfway gone already.
still I see your shadow in the glass, silver mixing into blue, and every passing winter carries tiny echoes back to you. Your laugh caught inside the ceiling lights, your fingers tracing little stars, your name melting into water before I could memorize your heart. Years move strangely after certain evenings. The world keeps turning, people leave, but one small moment keeps repeating like an old film nobody can fully rewind. And maybe love isn't forever, maybe it's just this, two lonely souls glowing briefly before the station comes. Now sometimes late at night I ride trains with nowhere urgent left to go, just watching cities blur themselves to gold across the window pane, waiting for a girl in a dark wool coat to lean against my shoulder again and write her name into the cold. You wrote your name in condensation, and I swear part of me is still trying to read it.
There's a photograph I keep, folded thin and worn and deep. It's a picture of your smile, taken in a simpler time. You were looking straight at me, like you knew we'd never be. I have carried it for years, through the laughter and the tears, like a piece I couldn't lose, even when I had to choose. Some things never fade away, even when they're out of place. It's the photograph I hold that keeps your story from growing old. Every line and every crease feels like something I can't release. If I threw it all away, would it free me from the pain, or just leave me with a hole where you used to fill my soul? There were nights I almost tried to let go and say goodbye, but my hands would hesitate, like they knew it was too late. Every time I close my eyes, I can see you come alive in the stillness of that frame. Nothing ever really changed. Time can move, but it can't steal what we never let it heal. It's the photograph I keep, trace left behind we can't erase. It's the photograph I hold, still the same though we grew old. In that moment we still are. Everything we lost so far. If I ever find the strength to let go of what it meant, I'll still see you in that light every single night. There's a photograph I keep, and it never lets me sleep. God, there are nights I still remember, before they even fully arrive, like midnight radio through thin apartment walls, and somebody laughing softly somewhere just out of sight. The hallway smelled like cigarettes, warm rain drying off the street, and the city wore that tired glow only lonely summers keep. You were standing by the fire escape, hair caught gold beneath the sign, one hand wrapped around a coffee cup, one hand tangled into mine. And before I knew what happened, you were singing to the music too, half the lyrics disappearing into midnight blue. Oh, the world felt endless then, wide as neon, deep as June. Every window held a story, every rooftop held the moon, and your voice drifting through the dark still lives somewhere in my chest, like the radio kept playing long after the song had left. Taxi lights across the ceiling, old jazz bleeding through the floor, and your shadow moving slowly past the half-closed bathroom door. You said, promise me we'll remember how alive we felt tonight, then smiled in that careless way people do before goodbye. And Lord, I didn't know a moment could ache while it was still happening. Funny how happiness sometimes arrives, already wearing the shape of memory. Still the room glows amber in my mind, soft as film beginning to burn, and all the little things I never noticed then are the things that now return. Your rings beside the sink, your shoes kicked off by the bed, the way your fingers kept time against my arm when Sinatra played. Maybe nothing beautiful stays, maybe that's the reason it shines. Maybe all we ever truly keep are tiny flashes in the dark, a voice through summer walls, a hand reaching back for yours, a slow song at 2 a.m., and the feeling that life was finally beginning. Now every time I hear old radios at midnight, I stop whatever I'm doing, just in case somehow the universe plays that exact song again. And for 3 impossible minutes, you come back to me, golden in the hallway light, laughing before the chorus starts, young enough to believe love could actually save us. Midnight radio from the next apartment, still floating through the walls somewhere in another lifetime.
Sunday morning, quiet room, nothing much to do. Coffee brewing, same routine, same old chair, same magazine. Sunlight falling on the floor, but it doesn't warm like before. There's a stillness in the air, like you're almost sitting there, but the silence answers me with what used to be. It's a Sunday without you, and I don't know what to do. Every hour feels too long, like a never-ending song. If I let the moment pass, will it hurt me less at last, or just follow me around every time it slows me down? Maybe nothing's really changed, but everything feels strange. Sunday morning, quiet room, still no sign of you. We were almost something real, I could almost feel it. Every moment felt so close, like a line we never wrote. You would smile and look away, like you didn't want to stay. There was something in between. All the things we didn't mean, all the words we never said, still are spinning in my head. We were almost something more, standing right outside the door, but we never walked inside. Now there's nothing left to try. If we had just crossed the line, would you still be mine? Or just someone I once knew, like we always do? Maybe timing wasn't right. Maybe we were just too light. We were almost something real, and that's all we'll ever feel. The ink is dry upon the turning page. We do not speak about a golden age. Your keys are lying heavy by the door, where shadows cross the floor. The clock is ticking slower on the shelf, a lonely pattern tracing by itself. We watch the pale blue light begin to bend, and wait for what will end. It hurts to watch the copper colors slip, like water from a fingertip's slow grip. So let the silence find another name, before the morning alters every claim. There is a fragile stillness in the bone, a quiet path we choose to walk alone. We tore the seam and let the road divide, but kept the gentle gratitude inside. Within this airy room so still and wide, we watch the shadows slide. The radio is fading from the line, a distant broadcast from an older time. Your quiet breathing tells me it is late. We leave the rest to fate. No modern rush can change the way we part. no sudden noise to shake a settled heart. The quiet world can spin its heavy wheel. We know the things we feel. So let the silence find another name before the morning alters every claim. There is a fragile stillness in the bone, a quiet path we choose to walk alone. We tore the seam and let the road divide, but kept the gentle gratitude inside. Within this airy room so still and wide, we watch the shadows slide. The copper light completely bleeds away. The remaining colors sink into the tape. The close microphone cuts out, leaving the space alone.
There's a seat by the window where I like to sit alone. Every morning just the same, different faces, different names, but the light still falls so slow, like it always used to go. I don't think about you much, not the way I used to touch. Every memory we had, till it turned from good to bad. Time has softened every edge of the words we never said. Now I sit here by the light, and I'm finally alright. Not because I've moved ahead, but I've learned to rest instead. If your shadow passes by, I won't ask the reason why. I'll just let it come and go, like a thing I used to know. There's a calm I didn't know in the way I let you go. Not a fight, not a fall, just no feeling left at all. Sometimes I still hear your name, but it doesn't feel the same. Like a story I once read, now it's closed inside my head. Every piece has found its place in the silence you once faced. Now I sit here by the light, and the past is out of sight. Not erased, just set aside, like a tide that's lost its tide. If I ever think of you, it won't be the way I do. It'll be a softer sound that
no longer pulls me down. Maybe healing isn't loud. Maybe it's just less of you. Now I sit here by the light, and I don't need to fight. Every memory we made has already slowly faded. If tomorrow feels the same, I won't need to place the blame. I'll just sit and watch the day gently drift away. There's a seat by the window, and I've learned to call it home. You fell asleep on my shoulder while the midnight traffic rolled. Soft reflections across the window, painting silver over gold. Your hand still loosely held mine, like you feared I'd drift away. Even dreaming you were reaching for something safe to stay. And I didn't dare to move, not even slightly in my seat, just afraid the fragile beauty of the moment might release. So sleep a little longer, let the whole world wait outside. Let the city keep on turning while you breathe here slow tonight. And if your heart's been tired lately from pretending to be fine, you don't have to carry everything. Not tonight, not by my side. There's a softness in your face now that the daytime never shows, like the moonlight found the version of yourself the whole world missed. I can hear an old song playing from some apartment down the street, and it sounds like every lonely soul finally finding peace. Your hair falls across my jacket, and I gently brush it back, like I'm handling something sacred I was always scared to lack. So sleep a little longer while the neon flickers low, while the night wraps all your worries in a quiet amber glow.
And if tomorrow brings its sadness, like tomorrow sometimes will, I'll still remember how the whole world finally became still. Maybe love is not the fireworks, not the grand dramatic scene. Maybe it's just holding someone while they dream beside you peacefully. Maybe healing starts this way, not with words we try to say, but with silence warm enough to make the hurting feel less rough. So sleep a little longer. I don't need the night to end. For a moment life feels gentle, like it finally learned to mend. And if years from now I lose you to the distance or the dawn, I will still recall this feeling long after it is gone. You fell asleep on my shoulder, and I swear the whole world softened for a while.
The television glowed till midnight. Nobody really watched a thing. Mama kept pretending to read the same 2 pages endlessly. My father smoked out on the porch, though he quit back in '53. Every car that passed too slowly made us all stop breathing briefly. It had been 3 whole winters since anybody heard his laugh. 3 birthdays and 1 funeral since the taxi took him back. The neighbors slowly stopped asking. The letters stopped coming too. And people learn to speak more quietly. Around pain they cannot move. Mama still set 4 plates some nights, like habit overruled the truth. Then apologized to nobody and carried 1 back to the room. Funny how family survives by learning where not to look. Then at 1:17 in the morning, somebody knocked twice on the door. Not loud, not urgent, just familiar somehow. And my father
father froze completely, like a man who'd seen a ghost. Before Mama even reached the hallway, she was already crying, "Don't." He stood thinner than we remembered, older than a boy should be, with tired eyes and shaking fingers, and army bags down by his feet. Nobody moved for one long second, like the whole world lost its sound. Then Mama touched his face so softly, like she feared he'd disappear again. Lord, I still remember my father crying, with both hands covering his mouth, like all the grief he'd swallowed whole finally came pouring out. And my brother kept saying softly, "I'm home, I'm home," like he needed to hear it too. We stayed awake till sunrise talking, though half the time nobody spoke, just listening to each other breathing, like proof we weren't alone. And years later, what I remember most was not the war or where he'd been, but the sound of our old house that night, finally alive again. Somebody knocked twice on the door, and nothing was ever the same after that. My porcelain cup, as the golden sun starts looking up through the lace curtains of this old cafe, I watch the world wake to a brand new day. The sugar dissolves like a ghost of the past into a sweetness I know is meant to last. I pull my coat closer, feeling the grace of the morning light upon my face. There's a fragrance of spring on the morning breeze, dancing like music through blossoming trees. And here in the silence so tender and deep, I find all the promises I meant to keep. I see your reflection in the window pane, not as a shadow and not as a pain, just a soft memory, steady and true. Every heartbeat leads back to you. Oh, it's a quiet kind of magic, a peace that flows through my soul. Thinking of you is never tragic, it's the light that makes me whole. No longer lonely, just holding the light of a
that survived the longest night. The clock on the wall hums a slow, steady rhyme, folding the distance and stopping the time. I remember the way that you laughed in the rain, washing away every fragment of stain. Now the cherry blossoms are drifting so slow, like white-petaled letters from long ago. I'm reading them now in the glow of the sun, finding the rhythm where we are one. The world rushes by outside the glass door, but I don't feel the need to run anymore. I found a sanctuary in this small wooden chair, breathing you in like the morning air. Oh, it's a quiet kind of magic, a peace that flows through my soul. Thinking of you is never tragic, it's the light that makes me whole. No longer lonely, just holding the light of a love that survived the longest night. One more sip of the morning, one more breath of the spring. In the golden serenity, you are the song that I